I sort of once blew it with a girl on a night out. I think we were sort of going to go home together, and then I got distracted by my mates who were also on said night out having an argument about Star Wars.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds. I'm your host, Katie Mack, and this is the only podcast in London that will get you a date. And I'm excited to be back and present to you all lovely listeners another eligible Bachelor of London. You guys loved Maddie's episode last week as well, so thanks for all the feedback. She's so great, and I hope you guys have fun listening to her podcast as well. It's so fun. This week's character made me realise that my new answer to what are you weirdly attracted to is men that reference stereotypically feminine things. In this case, it was appreciating Paul Mescal's attractiveness. He is very flexible in what he's looking for and has cast a wide net on this episode. But if you are a redhead, you might have an edge over the other write-ins. However, make sure you don't include too many emojis in that first message. You have been warned. Okay, hi, welcome to Single Sounds.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're happy to be here. Let's start with your profile. Who, what, where. So who are you sexually attracted to?
Women. Yeah, unless Paul Mescal's listening, and I'd probably make an exception, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'd make an exception for that chain.
Yeah.
It's that gold chain. It just, yeah.
Yeah, it does something to me.
People said they've spotted him around London as well. I've heard that.
I also feel like he's the kind of person you could walk down the street and perhaps would get away with it. He's like kind of the everyman's man.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I think
he
that's
feels
probably
like
why
more
he's
of
so
a people
attractive.
person.
Yeah. He's not like overly tall, and I can't really see him with like a bronze tan or anything like that. He kind of would just blend into the background a little bit. So yeah. Fair play to him.
No, I like it. Paul, if you're listening, you got fans.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you looking for?
I guess I don't really want to put a label on anything at the moment, but I'm sort of fairly fresh out of a long-term relationship, but and a lot of my friends would probably say that I'm very quick to jump into relationships. It's just what I do. But yeah, no, just a good time, I guess.
It's what I do too, so I'm not judging.
Yeah.
Literally. Any like height, age preferences?
Yeah, guess I'm into what would be deemed like petite.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just smaller than me. But no real preferences. My history of girlfriends, which makes me sound like a Lothario, but I'm not at all, is quite mixed. So I don't necessarily have a type.
No. Cool.
Nope.
So we're accepting 40 plus?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you've done there. You've caught me off guard. No, I think that might be slightly on the older side.
So you're not going to give me any indication?
No. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It's a wide net.
It's a wide net.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And finally, where would you like to date?
Well, I live in London, specifically North London, but really the world is our oyster, right? So I will travel far and wide if this person is right.
Yeah, fair, like that. Would you go like not in London?
Yeah, I mean, like if it's a day out or something like that, like Brighton.
Brighton? Yeah, I mean, Thames Link, that's easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Thames Link is amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm all on the Thames Link. I'll be there and back in 2 hours probably.
Yeah, I think it's literally like 40 minutes.
Yeah, hour to Gatwick.
Yeah.
Oh, then the world really is your oyster, isn't it? So
yeah. Hilarious. Okay, very wide, everybody. So that we haven't narrowed it down. It's basically everyone.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the acceptance section. So this is, will someone be able to deal with your quirks and flaws, essentially?
Mm-hmm.
We all have them.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
First question, what is your most toxic trait?
I am really bad at remembering people's names when I first meet them.
Oh,
like it just doesn't go in. Like it's something that it just doesn't compute with my brain. I think maybe I'm focusing too hard on maybe what I'm going to say first a lot of the time, which I don't know if that's a rational thing. But like a lot of the time I end up having to ask people again, like, what's their name? It doesn't even matter what environment I'm in, whether I'm at a party or I'm at work or something like that. It just does not sink in. Yeah.
Has anyone told you like techniques of how to improve that?
Maybe listen, maybe watch their mouth or something, or you know, they sometimes it's like say their name back or something.
Yeah, you're
in your
meant
head,
to say
right?
it back.
Yeah.
No, not in your head out loud.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a bit weird, but you'll be like, "Oh, hi, Jason."
Yeah.
Don't know who Jason is.
I mean, Jason would then just sort of embed.
Yeah, so you've already remembered Jason.
Yeah. Wow, it's working already. Yeah, you're better than my therapist.
I get told that. I've definitely done it before where I forgot and then I try and like introduce them to someone else, but then it's so obvious because you normally obviously repeat their names. Oh, so-and-so meet so-and-so, and then you're like, this is just one person's name. And you're like, this is, and then they have to like come in being like, hi, I'm Jason, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
Yeah, please reintroduce yourself.
That is quite tricky in dating though.
I feel like perhaps there's certain scenarios where it's worse. Generally across the board, it's always been something that, well, maybe not always, but something I've clocked recently is like, just do better. Just do better.
At least you've noticed it though. I feel like it's easier to improve.
Yeah. If I hadn't picked up on it, then it would be a real concern. Okay,
next one. What is the nerdiest thing about you?
I sort of once blew it with a girl on a night out. I think we were sort of going to go home together. And then I got distracted by my mates who were also on said night out having an argument about Star Wars. and I honestly, I'm not even a Star Wars fan, like not even at all. But like, one of them had found this like fan conspiracy theory about Star Wars, on like he'd just discovered something, and they were all in this chicken shop at the end of the night. And I remember being in there with this girl, thinking, "Go home, like,
yeah,
you know,
don't engage,
just don't get distracted." I got distracted and needlessly got involved in this very, very nerdy argument. And for some reason or another, she wasn't overly sold on it. And I think it probably was a bit of a red flag. So, yeah, like, literally not even a Star Wars fan particularly. But for some reason, I felt invested that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's a bit of a red flag.
Also, I think it depends like how long.
Oh, it was like maybe 10-15 minutes, I think. Yeah. But I think I was just one of those sort of overly facetious moods when you're drunk, and the moment passed.
Tired of getting bored and was like, actually, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You basically made her reflect.
Yeah. She probably, like, you know, those mirrors you get in chicken shops, she probably like caught herself in the mirror and was like, what am I doing?
Yeah. She realised she was just like, this is not it.
Yeah.
I don't continue this night anymore. It's ruined.
Yeah. And I don't blame her one bit, really.
Okay. We're going to move on to adventure section. So this is when you're going to take us on a journey with your stories.
I can't wait.
No pressure.
Yeah.
We're getting into the proper dating stories now. What is your best dating story?
Mine isn't necessarily a dating story, but it's more of a relationship story.
Okay. It all counts.
Yeah. I guess it's on the same sphere.
Realm.
Yeah. So when I was about 17, I want to say, 17. Let's call it 17.
Okay. Early days.
My first girlfriend, and for some context, I basically can't reveal who the artist is. It was a fairly iconic R&B / hip hop artist of the mid noughties. Because if any of my friends do listen to this, or maybe even wider friends, they'll know who it is.
Okay.
Because it's just a memorable story from my friendship group.
Yeah, fair.
And one I still get teased about to this day, really. But so about 17, and my then girlfriend, we decided to go and see this artist for Valentine's Day. And then about a month later, we were at a house party, and I got sort of quite silly drunk, and I'd obviously pissed her off. And she happened to live like 15 minutes from the house party, so she went home on her own. I was staying with one of my mates, which again was only like walking distance from the house party. And in my sort of drunken state, I thought, let's put this right. How do we put this right at, I don't know, 2 a.m. And I really wish my mate had sort of said, no, don't do that. But I just like leave it. I was like, no, this is fixable. I know what will fix this. So I made sort of a beeline towards her house. She was asleep. My mate was sort of like behind me, but he just couldn't be there because I'd sort of told him what I was going to do. And I went down the drive to her house, And it was like probably back in the day where it was definitely predated smartphones. And I think I had like maybe a Motorola Razor or something, or one of those like slidey uppy ones.
Oh yeah,
the
Ericsson.
Ericsson.
The Sony Ericsson. I literally had that in pink, and they went like dring, dring, dring,
quite good for music. I remember.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it didn't like, it wasn't like you had to download the ringtones or anything, but I think maybe. Anyway,
No, it basically had like a little Walkman on the face.
Yes, that was it. Yeah.
It had like pause and play in the middle of the button, and then like around it had like skip.
God, it's all coming back now. It's become very real.
I've literally got it in the drawer, like in there.
Oh my God,
I keep them all.
This is very real. Yeah. Did you know this was coming?
No, that was actually my very first phone.
Oh, right.
Then I moved on to the LG, like the cookies and the chocolates,
the
sliders.
Yeah. It's a proper relic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So girlfriend at the time, she'd gone to sleep, and I thought, right, the way to sort of rectify the situation is to walk down her drive and I guess try and, in my sort of drunken head, think I'll reenact a bit of like, like a modern day Romeo and Juliet, where I pulled out my phone and played a song from said artist that we'd seen on Valentine's Day.
I'm so glad you told us this is a Sony Ericsson as well. It makes it so much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily the speakers are so good on it. So, well, actually, maybe not luckily for me, but so her bedroom was at the front of the house.
Oh my God.
And I started playing it off my phone and singing.
No.
Thinking, right, come on, wake up. Like, this is for you. She didn't wake up, but her parents did.
I knew that was.
And I saw the lights come on in the landing, thinking like, right, yeah, she's awake, great, like this is
sing
fantastic.
louder.
Yeah, yeah. Carried on singing, and it was her parents who opened the door, and I was just there, sort of clutching this Sony Ericsson, singing. Well, I mean, a version of singing, I guess. I dread to think what I sounded like. And there I was, sort of trying to explain myself, because girlfriend didn't wake up. No, she was away with the fairies, sleeping like a log. And then I had to sort of explain the next day what had happened, because
you had to explain you pissed her off, basically.
Yeah. If anything, I think I probably made it worse. She did see the funny side of it, thankfully, but fully doubled down on it. And all this time, my mate, who I was staying at his house, was sort of at the top of the driveway, and I could see him like just like on his knees, like he couldn't quite believe what he was watching. Thankfully, as I keep saying, like this predates smartphones, so he wasn't
filming it. Yeah. Did it have a camera?
I didn't know. It didn't have a camera. Did
it have a camera? I think it did.
Maybe he didn't have the Ericsson.
Yeah, he probably had a Nokia.
Some brick.
Yeah, Nokia brick.
Yeah. So yeah, that's still a story that comes up occasionally on.
That is really funny, because the romantic version is like holding a boombox above your head.
Yeah, if it was like
the
mid-90s, maybe.
Yeah.
This is a far more budget version.
Yeah, way more budget. Have you ever sung to girlfriends since?
Yeah, I'm a singer, but I wouldn't say
really?
I sing to girlfriends. I mean, I love karaoke.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fun.
So I guess that is sort of singing to girlfriends, but like not that they really wanted it.
Not
like,
a private audience.
No, yeah. We've never sort of booked out a private booth or something for karaoke, but no, that is something I would consider doing. I do enjoy karaoke.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, but, no, never actually properly serenaded. And probably because I'm scarred from this,
I feel like it's just not a British thing to do.
Doorway gate.
It's quite funny because I don't know have you watched ever Love Is Blind? Have you started watching the new season?
No, I've not seen the new season.
Yeah. So on that, I won't give too many spoilers, especially for the people listening that might want to listen. But it's all over my TikTok because two guys actually serenade on that show, which I've not seen before, like on the show. I don't think anyone's sung. With
guitars or anything as well?
Yeah,
is that the combo? Okay, well,
one guy, no guitar, which was just so cringy, I can't even.
Oh my God.
The guitar did make it a bit better, but both of them were just... It was in the pods as well, so like through the wall. So I felt like it was meant to be all like romantic, and both of them wrote songs for them. So it wasn't even like a cover like you did. It was like,
oh my God, my skin is like genuinely crawling.
No, it's the most cringy TV I've like seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And what was weird is
right? I imagine
the girls loved it. Like on the other side, one of them was sobbing her like eyes out.
And maybe that's where I missed out. I went too mainstream. I should have written my own shit.
Oh, one of them was so bad. Oh God, it was literally like so repetitive. It was just like it was like I want the real thing. I think just like over and over and over. It's awful. next question of adventure section. What would your TED Talk topic be?
That hangovers provide the bedrock of society.
Okay.
Without them, the world would cease to exist because everyone would just be smashed the entire time. So,
we need them to like reflect on what we've done.
Hangovers are there to regulate society, because otherwise there would be no repercussions just getting drunk all the time.
I do agree with that. It really makes me think, and I get anxious too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm approaching my 30s, and I can imagine I'm speaking to an audience here who might be similar, and we all get that anxiety.
It's got worse though.
Oh yeah, it's the
weird.
last couple of years. It's like proper existential, but they're there for a reason. Because if we didn't have them, we'd be screwed. The entire planet would be screwed.
Yeah, I do agree.
We'd be drinking around the clock.
I'm meant to be going to Printworks on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
And
it's closing down soon, isn't it?
Yeah, this is why it was meant to be like one last like fun. It's a day thing on Saturday.
Oh wow, nice.
And like last Sunday, I was smashed. Don't ask why.
Everything all right?
We went. I know. We went to Boozy Brunch, but the only day we could book it was Sunday, and I thought I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Then it was the boat race after, so we were like, oh, let's just continue. And the amount of people that were drunk on a Sunday, like at 4 or 5, I was like, this is not okay.
Without wanting to cast aspersions, is it quite an Australian thing to get really drunk on a Sunday? It feels like when I used to live down in South London,
there were more Australians down there.
Clapham was just like a disgrace. And it's like, God.
All the Australians bringing it down.
Yeah. I don't know if I've just sort of jumped to conclusions there, but
we were like looking around. We were like, everyone here definitely has a job. Like, it's not like it's just full of, I don't know, like influencers or something.
Yeah. Everyone's in complete denial about what tomorrow's going to bring. Yeah,
and we were too. We were all like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I play football on Sundays and we love going for a few drinks after. And there's definitely been a few times where it's escalated. But if we didn't have that Monday fear, we do it every day, all day, every day. And I actually also think that maybe it doesn't apply so much now. I actually think sometimes hangovers can be quite fun if you're around the right people. Yeah,
I agree. That was one of my favourite things at uni, waking up in a house. I always lived with like 6 people roundabout.
Yeah.
So we'd all wake up and like crawl into each other's bed and like just laugh about whatever happens.
Yeah.
And and then you'd be like, no, my head hurts, and everyone would just like laugh. I don't know, like it was just so silly.
No, I completely agree. It's all about the company you're with.
Yeah, ordering like shit food.
Yeah, like, which makes it way worse.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But I bounced back so quick at uni. Like I could literally go out like night after night after night.
Yeah.
And all I'd eat was terrible food. Yeah. Normally after the night out as well. I wouldn't even have dinner because I'd be cheap and be like, I don't want to line my stomach.
It's two bottles for $5 from Premier. Why would I spend money on food?
I literally used to pre on a whole bottle of wine. That was just pre's. Like it was. I don't know how my body was. I was also way skinnier, so I just don't get how it works. I think your body's just like basically invincible when it's 20.
Yeah. Halcyon days.
Yeah. Hilarious. But yeah, I do like that TED Talk that we need it to like calm ourselves down.
Yeah, I'm sure we could probably develop it somehow, but without them.
The end of that story was on Monday I felt awful after the Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't want to go to Printworks anymore.
You just made up your mind. It's 5 days away, but I'm done.
I don't actually have a ticket, and my friend just offered me a spare one today.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna have to go, but like I'm scared after Sunday. I know it's like Saturday, so it's a bit more socially acceptable and it's in the day.
Yeah.
But day drinking just seems to do something to me. I'm not very good at controlling myself in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because in your
get
head,
carried away.
You're like, right, if I'm drinking during the day, I start earlier. I'll go to bed earlier.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go home at 8, and I don't.
You never actually happens. That's it. Yeah. In theory, it makes sense, but in practice, it never actually happens.
Also, I just think it gets carried away because you're like, it's so funny that I'm drinking in the daylight.
yeah. You feel like you're being slightly rebellious.
Yeah. Silly.
Yeah.
Okay. Final A. Affection section. This is where we find out where your affections lie or do not lie. This is so where your affections do lie. Mm-hmm. What are you weirdly attracted to?
Gingers.
Really? Oh, I have a nice ginger friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sign me up, genuinely. It's my Achilles heel.
She listens every week, so she'll be buzzed.
Really? It's my weak spot.
Really?
Yeah. Like Ida Fisher, that is...
No.
She's
I
married.
don't think I do,
She's
actually.
in like Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
She's like A1. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Hmm.
That is, it's, well, obviously I'm not going to say like gingers are weird, but
Well,
I think they often like they
yeah.
get a bad rep for like
exactly, yeah, for no
not
reason
being
whatsoever.
picked.
Yeah. But I am championing them.
Yeah, I actually have a female friend that really likes ginger guys as well.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the Prince Harry thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
on apps, she's like searching for them.
Yeah. I think perhaps it's like very, very attractive redheads, gingers, both male and female, do stand out a bit more than the rest. I think that's possibly what it is. Like the proper higher end ginger, A-class ginger does really elite gingers does stand out. Yeah.
I always thought I'd like to have pink hair.
Like
really pink, like
Hayley
candy
Williams from
floss
Paramore.
pink. Yeah.
I mean,
my job would literally be like, no. They say we're allowed to do whatever we want, but I know that I think everyone around me would just be like, what are you doing?
I guess, yeah, sort of seems like a bit of a crisis, doesn't it? But maybe it was a lockdown thing.
Yeah. No, I could have done that.
There's so many things about lockdown where I think like, I could have got away with just trying that for 6 months.
Yeah. The problem with dyeing your hair is then you do actually like ruin it, which is why I'd never do it, because I'd need to like bleach all my roots.
Bleach it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, admin.
Whereas I feel like there was other things you could have tried in lockdown that weren't as like permanent.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like I wasted that time a lot, actually. I reflect on that quite a lot.
Oh, no, but it's all just like misplaced nostalgia and stuff like that, ifs and buts, isn't it? Like mine's
like, I should have started fucking digital marketing, like all those side hustles that everyone's going on about on my TikTok.
Why didn't I learn how to code?
Yeah, just like, I don't know, I should have done like digital affiliate marketing, like UCG content creator. I should have done them all. Just gave them all a go, like Amazon influencers. Like,
I had so much time. Why was I doing Zoom quizzes?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was baking cookies most of the time. God,
banana bread.
No, I never made the banana bread.
Oh, good. You didn't stoop
that.
But
yeah, I did perfect the Millie's cookie recipe, which I was quite proud of. I guess it's an achievement.
Yeah.
So now I can make really good cookies. So I was just experimenting all the time.
Well, that sounds like absolutely a worthwhile
win
project. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're too harsh on yourself.
No good for anything else, but yeah. Okay, and this is where your affections obviously do not lie. What is your biggest ick?
I think this is quite petty, this one, but I really don't like people...
I like those ones.
Yeah, pettier the better.
Yeah.
I really don't like people that overuse emojis.
No, that's brilliant.
Yeah. It's... Okay, I'm glad that's a fairly rational one.
Yeah, as in they leave like every... So instead of just actually leaving like punctuation, they have to feel like they have to an emoji.
Yeah, or like, just grow up. Come on, use words. Use like rather than just these meaningless little things that Apple's created. It's just I you know what I mean.
I like the occasional emoji. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Because it's like, you laugh there. Why didn't you send me some laughing emojis? Like that kind of thing. But but then sometimes it's like, well, you didn't really laugh that much. Why did you send so many?
6.
Like I've been sat on a train before and like seen done that sort of like peering over someone's shoulder to see if they're watching something on their phone or something and seen someone say reply to their mate saying, "Oh my god, I'm lolling so much on the train," and just would have like a completely straight face. And you're like, you're a fraud, aren't you?
You're a liar.
Yeah. If only they knew.
We all do it though, like ha with a dead face.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. No, I'm an honest emoji.
No, I just write ha. Do you not write out ha?
No. Yeah, obviously we're all guilty of that.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to people please.
I find lol's easier because you can say that with a straight face.
Yeah.
So if I write lol, you're probably not laughing that much.
Yeah. Lol actually means you're definitely not laughing.
Yeah, I can't use it as more a sarcastic tone now.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Yeah. No, it's just something that it's got on my nerves. Always. Yeah. I think that's kind of petty, but
I've definitely reduced my consumption of emojis over the years. Like now I'll just write a text and I'll just leave it as it is, just the words, like you said. I feel like when I was younger I needed to always preface it with a ha or a yeah or a
tongue out face. Yeah,
exactly. Or that I used to write L's.
Oh yeah,
little dots on a big L. That used to be laughing.
Yeah.
Wwhy?
Yeah.
Why do we?
It's sort of
on those Sony Ericssons. That's what I was typing.
Was it like the MSN days that really sparked all the mad emojis?
I used to have a BlackBerry. I used to write those on the BlackBerry all the time.
Yeah.
I still actually write the smiley with ... double bracket.
Oh, nice. Old school.
Yeah, the old school one.
Yeah.
I think it's a cute one.
That's quite approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah. I like double bracket though. So it's like a double chin.
Have you?
It represents me.
That's very funny. That's good. Yeah, okay, the ones I really hate, and I don't know if you've ever done this before, is the like memoji things. That like,
no.
But like I've accidentally sent them before because why are they
happens.
up first?
I don't know.
When you first open emojis, these ones you never use, or like some mad
and
unicorn
like
or something.
The giant unicorn. It's always the giant unicorn.
Like,
why?
It'll be like I don't know. It might be a work-related WhatsApp group, and you've accidentally just sent this giant unicorn
with like the star eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Like who is the target audience here? Like who is really using this? Well, it's obviously not us. But like,
I don't know who is.
Yeah.
No, the weirdest one was when they did that update where you could like move them with your face.
Yeah.
Who's using that?
Yeah.
Like,
come on, guys.
come on.
Yeah. We all as a society just need to grow up a bit.
Stop with the emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think a well-placed emoji is great, but overuse is not. Yeah, like every text that you don't need an emoji in most texts.
No. Oh, and also there's maybe I have a real thing with texting habits, and this also is including WhatsApp groups. The people who do like one line per word or like a couple, and it's like, and you just get like bombarded with messages. And
that is quite
you look at a
stressful.
WhatsApp group, it's like 213 unread messages, like, but like so many of them could be in one paragraph.
And was just like, lol, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Next one,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't text like that actually. I write blocks.
Blocks, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
not massive, not always. If I'm ranting, actually, I'll fire them off.
Yeah.
But normally that's because I know that the person's like literally reading them like as and then.
Yeah.
And it's not a group.
Yeah, because a block can be daunting as well. You don't overblock it.
Oh, that can look so like
I'm gonna reply to that later.
Have you ever had a when it says like read more? And you're like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Oh my god, you put paragraphs in.
Yeah, literally. Oh, I'd love it when my friend like whips up some like dating disaster and then she's like, look at this text I just got from him and it's like read more, and I'm like, oh god. That's an ick. That I'm having that as an ick. Like if it says read more, you should have just called.
Yeah. Yeah. Send a voice note.
Just send a voice note. Okay, we end affection section with your bestie rec. So
oh Christ, yeah.
Well, your affection or not affection from your friend. We'll see.
Good.
Evening, Katie. Apologies for the delay on the voice note here, but here it is, my minute sell. Now, this was going to be a minute roaster, actually. When I came down to it, I was writing down a few notes, and do you know what? Genuinely, I think it would be unfair to do that because, all in all, he's actually a really, really good bloke. But yeah, this is the first time I've been single in about 6 years, so I've seen him pretty much every week this year, which has been an absolute delight. It's been a real enjoyment to 2023. So it's also quite interesting because before he was in this relationship, he was also single for only about a year. So that was literally about 6-7 years ago. So I've only ever seen him single through a brief period of the time I've known him, which, do you know what? It shows that he gets snapped up by girls pretty quickly. I don't know why. I think he must have good chat or something, but you can be the judge of that. But yeah, quick compliments. He's a fantastic sportsman. I really have to credit him there. He's not as good as me at football, but at every other sport, he pretty much trumps me on, so I'll give him that. He's very intellectual, hence why he's got the job he's got. So do ask him about that because, he's doing very well. But all round, he's just an absolutely lovely man with the most infectious smile and great sense of humour. We laugh about many of the same things like Peep Show, etc. But actually, I think the biggest appeal or allure about is his taste in music is absolutely banging. All I'll say to you is the Lexington, so do speak to him about that. And sorry, this has rambled on for a long time now, but one other thing to know about is that he's very long in the showers. I can confirm this, which, by the way, just means he's very clean.
Blimey.
Yeah, you got on quite a lot.
Yeah,
I love how he answered everything with like, but that means he's clean. The showers.
Ticked a lot off, bless him.
Yeah.
Good.
Was he being sarcastic about your music taste, or did he actually mean it?
Everyone thinks our music taste is good, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, I like the saying of like, no taste is bad. It's just like taste.
It's just taste.
Yeah.
That's what taste's for, I guess.
Yeah.
We're all human. But I think my music taste is quite good. Well, you probably think yours are the same, right?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think so.
Well,
at
actually,
all.
no, I mean, I admit I probably don't listen to enough new music, but I keep up with my old loyal bands. That's for sure.
I'm no, I would not say mine is good.
Mm.
I like a lot of stuff, and it's very varied.
Mm.
You can go from like Taylor Swift to Skrillex to I don't know, John Denver.
No, wow.
Yeah.
That's a Venn diagram and a half.
Yeah, exactly. It like flips about all the time, but if I can't be bothered, I'll put on like Smooth FM.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh god, yeah. Smooth FM just reminds me of like
relaxes
Uber drivers at like 3 a.m. Like,
It reminds me of my childhood. Like a lot of them come up, and they're like ones that I feel like we would have had in the car. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was literally listening to that before you came over. I was like, I might do some yoga, and then I was like, I'm going to put on Smooth and do some yoga, and I did.
and it gets you in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did do during lockdown actually was I thought I'd do my own Desert Island discs.
Oh yeah.
But obviously with the podcast you only pick 8 discs and it's eight tracks.
Mm.
I ended up going for like 100, and it's a bit settling that like, okay, 100's a round number. But even now I'm like because I take quite a lot of pride in it. I guess I'm still like chopping and changing it, and it has to be 100. It can never be more or less than 100 songs.
Okay.
It's really, well, I guess it's not an arbitrary figure. It's 100, but I'm very proud of it being 100. And like my rule of thumb is if I'm listening to my playlist and I like hear a song and I want to skip it,
Yeah.
you're gone. You're off the Desert Island.
You're not on the list anymore.
Yeah, and then I'm sort of, you
gotta find another.
my subs list is like, come on, you've got to call up.
Subs list. We'll give you a go.
Yeah, exactly.
See if you make it.
Yeah. You want a trial period?
Can't be skipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because like sometimes I do just skip because it's like not the time for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, depends what mood you're in. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so everyone probably has like a going out playlist or the opposite, a hungover playlist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Smooth.
I probably should have done something a little bit more valuable during my lockdown, but that's what
I
did.
like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Now you've got it though, at least like to keep, to use.
Yeah,
It wasn't a waste.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think we're being too harsh on ourselves on what we did.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
know why it's come up like this, like 2 years later.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, we're on the wrap up section. What would your one word review be?
Loyal.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm a loyal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially to the people that really matter to me. My
important
family
people.
and friends. Yeah, and if said person, ticks
Said
a few
listener.
ticks a few boxes, then yeah, I will share that loyalty. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So, if you think you can get this man to remember your name on a date and maybe get him to serenade you from your window, make sure you write in to get his details. Thanks so much for listening. I can't wait to present next week's single lady. She had so much energy and we had a great time. I'll see you then next Tuesday. Bye.